Hey guys, it's me again. Welcome to another video. So unfortunately there's no audio for this particular flight. I could say it was for a certain design or purpose, but I didn't plug in the audio cable. Which is, to be honest, it worked out good that way because um, this is my first IFR cross country. I've done plenty of regular cross countries before and everything, but for the first time, I just basically allowed my instructor to do the radios and just so I could listen and observe everything that was done. I could have done it. Like there's just no way. Like if my instructor wasn't there, that I would be able to do it. But I was having an off day. A couple of things were going wrong, and just I decided to lighten my workload and just let it go on. So my first cross country is to Selling Grove. It's Kilo Sierra Echo Golf. We use the procedure exactly like you saw my flight plan. We went to East Texas, PNF E30, and we did the UNAV 35 Circle 17, and I can certainly see why the procedure is not authorized at night, because there's like a couple of low ridges mountains that you would not see at night. It would be impossible, and you had to turn base at a certain time, otherwise you would have been in the ridge. The only other way is to come in straight in and dodge and weave in between the two ridges. It was certainly an experience. I learned something. So basically, I'm just going to edit and chop much of this flight video. I'm going to be flying again tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to be doing the long country to guess right to Norwich, New York. Why is that funny? Because I am from Norwich, England, and the town Norwich, New York got its name from there. I plan on going there myself in the Warrior, but it's good, I think, bringing my instructor with, because this particular airport has no FBO. It has nothing, so I felt better going somewhere that has only a fuel pump, and just in case anything were to happen, I would have an instructor with for the first time. So beyond that, my takeoff and landings weren't too great on this particular flight. I was having an off day basically, but all in all, it was a smooth, boring flight. As most cross countries turn into be tedious. But you'll see straight away why it's never a good idea to calculate the top of climb, because I took off runway 6 heading away from our course, and they factored us left to like 105 and then 3215, and I know for a fact, because the asses weren't on the ground, if this was a practice IFR flight, because they're probably going to give us direct to Selling Grove. But we told them this was a practice flight, and they gave us the flight that we requested for. The entire flight there and back was 1.6 on the hub, so all in all, it was great. There was nothing. It was smooth. I kept my course. I was on the line the entire way there. On the way back, we did Victor 6 straight to Allentown, FJC, and back into runway 6 using the INAV 6. It kind of threw me off when he was reading that clearance back, because I know the VOR at Allentown has gone. It's no longer an active VOR, but they still use it and give it in clearances and direct to Allentown VOR and such like that. The other thing that was kind of unexpected, the frequencies that they were given for Harrisburg approach were not the ones that were published. they did 126.45 and 124.1, and the published one was 118.65. But I had it all written down and everything, but it just shows you, even if you're well planned, you're still you can still be prepared for something. But it was less work because I was prepared for this and got someone else. Alright, so that's the end of me talking. I'm just going to go ahead and start chopping this up a little bit, and then I may come back, but most of it's going to be
Close your eyes, hear the voice within.
video with me doing the flight planning, you would have seen me do the 3D view of the airport, and you're gonna see it's pretty accurate. I have the overcasters on. I'm doing the circle to land on runway 17 using the UNEF 35. The MDA is at 1840. We rounded it up to 1900, and it's a 1/1/4 visibility range. We use the DME on the Garmin 430 to let us know when we're in 1.3 range of the airport, so we know when to do the circle. Now this is a pilot controlled area, so I was doing traffic call outs, but no one was flying, surprisingly. It was a really gorgeous day to go flying, so we just went in, and you'll see if you saw that video of the pre-flight plan. If you didn't, pause the video here, go watch that video, and then come back to this point, and you, as if you were sitting in my seat where I am in the plane, you would be able to identify the airport just as fast as I could in the plane. You'll see all the landmarks exactly where I needed to. I wrote down what I needed to look at and to be able to find the airport. It's really easy. But yeah, it doesn't take much. So while we're watching me go down the flight path, when I was still talking to Harrisburg Approach, they didn't tell us the switch frequencies until like past the final approach fix. It kind of amazes me how far in the approach they take you before they tell you to switch to Unicom frequencies, because they tell you got to announce yourself 10 miles out from the airport, but when you're on a approach, apparently you don't have to. But it's surprising. But as this being my first little taste of IFR cross country, it was not that hard, and it wasn't that easy. It wasn't that hard, and it wasn't that difficult to pick up. I certainly listened to my instructor doing it on the radio. What threw me off was what came back. And they asked a different question, and they phrased it a different way that put me off for the first time. And then when we were on the ground in Sennysburg, the instructor called up on the phone, and I attempted to do it myself. Like, I got a little bit, and then she had to take over. She had to jump in. But I do see the difference in how much faster it is and how much easier it is doing IFR. The only snag is, like, at the pilot control, you have to shut down to be able to use the phone, to be able to hear. And then if you tell them to wait 50 minutes to get started back up or anything, then it can be a fuss to get released. But we told them 5 minutes, and they coordinated the release with her on the phone as I started up. But yeah, it was certainly an interesting experience. I'm kind of sorry, but not sorry that there's no audio on this plane. It was kind of, from a perspective of a viewer, it was kind of a tedious, boring flight. You would just see a nice, pretty picture outside the window all the time, and that's it. You don't see me doing much but flying in a straight line. But that essentially is flying, basically. You want to be able to go in a straight line. That's IFR flying. But no, the approaches were fine. my landings could have been a little bit better. I kind of I flared a little bit late on this one. I kind of drove down. So here you go. You got the one of the landmarks that you saw in my planning right below me, and then you've got another one right ahead. So as soon as I saw that, and then as soon as I saw this town or city, I knew where to look for the airport, and lo and behold, you know it, there's where the airport was. It's just funny how that works. Do a little bit of flight planning, and things are actually where they say they will be. It's crazy, no? There it is, right on that port quarter, right next to the city. Yeah, the river below us. There's the city. There's the airport. Couldn't be better. So right now I'm starting the circle. We were coming from the direction of Allentown, so we were heading basically towards runway 35. But the winds were variable at 3, but they were like kind of 110. So they favored 117. So we just did 35, circled to 17 by using that downwind, and we just went into a normal flight pattern. The pattern attitude is like 1500, and we treated it like a normal VFR landing. Being with the touchdown points, we already had I already had 1 notch of flaps, because when you meet the glide slope at the final approach fix, you put the first notch of flaps in, set it, forget it, and ride it all the way down. But you're gonna see soon, hopefully, the ridges that I was talking about. Like if you was trying to fly into this at night, it'd be a death warrant. Like there's no light on top of these little ridges and mountains, so that's why this little maneuver approach is not authorized at night. straight taxi to the ramp, and we just shut down, sat and wait. It was an enjoyable flight. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, sunny, nice and easy. A little turbulent over the little mountains and ridges. More turbulent than we expected, but it was like you could not go. If you wanted to go on a cross country, you couldn't ask for better weather. Absolutely enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to many more. So again, I'm sorry, but not sorry that there was no audio or sound on this video. But thank you very much, and join me again soon for another flight video.